Hello, welcome to Prana Lab. I am Vicky Gold. So I've been a breatharian for the past 6 years, living on prana and living on energy. So today we will see how the importance of Kundalini energy for becoming a breatharian, or how the Kundalini energy actually helps a breatharian to be nourished more by prana and avoid the leakage or the loss of energy unwantedly. So Kundalini energy actually resides in the tailbone, the tip of the tailbone, which we call as Mooladhara Chakra. Actually, the other parts, other components like the perineum, the genitals or the private parts and the anus also are included in the Mooladhara Chakra itself. So actually we say the Kundalini energy is stored in the Mooladhara Chakra, or Mooladhara Chakra is the storehouse of the Kundalini energy, which is a very, very powerful force. So when we look into the three-dimensional view of the Mooladhara Chakra, it is a cubular structure. It's a cubular in shape with the 4 petals, one towards the north, one towards the south, one towards the east and one towards the west. When we look at the two-dimensional view of the Mooladhara Chakra, we see a square, not a cube, of course. So the Kundalini energy has, it's a very, very powerful and strong. It can be compared to an elephant or any other powerful animal for that matter. So basically we compare it to elephant because Lord Ganesha rules the Mooladhara Chakra. So we compare to elephant. So the Kundalini energy is actually a free energy. It doesn't likes to be controlled by any external forces, be it human or natural forces as well. It doesn't like to be controlled by any forces, any domineering forces. It wants to be free. So it has no directions. It can move in any direction. Ideally, the Kundalini energy should move towards the north and more towards the left. For a breatharian, the Kundalini energy should definitely move more towards the north and more towards the left. When I say the energy is moving towards the north, I mean to say that we are making an attempt or effort to bring the energy up towards the upper chakras. We are putting an effort to nourish the Kundalini energy. We are trying to nourish the upper chakras with the Kundalini energy. So that's what I mean to say. When the Kundalini energy is moving towards the north, we are consciously making an effort to nourish our upper chakras with the help of the Kundalini energy. When the Kundalini energy is moving towards the upper chakras, it is moving towards the north. When the Kundalini energy is moving towards the leakage, it is moving towards the south, which is detrimental actually. When the Kundalini energy is moving towards the left, our creative part in us is more awakened, which is in the direction of the racing sun, that is the east. When the Kundalini energy is moving towards the right side, which is in the direction of the setting sun, we become more analytical and logical and masculine as well, more masculine. Of course, masculine people also have more creative energy. Actually, by trying to be more analytical and logical, we actually waste our Kundalini energy more. So ideally for a breatharian, the creative side, the energy of the racing sun should be more active. That is, the Kundalini energy should move more towards the left and more towards the north. So we get nourishment from the Kundalini energy, nourishment of the upper chakras when the Kundalini energy is moving towards the north, and also our creative side is more active. So for a breatharian, the ratio between the analytical side and the creative side should be in the ratio of 2 is to 4. Creative side should be more active. Creative side should be 4 and analytical side can be 2. For of course, the logical side also should be active. It should not be less than 2. It should be in the ratio 4 is to 2. The creative side should be more active and the logical side can be less active compared to the creative side. Because if the logical side is more active, like say 4, and the creative side is less active, say 4 is to 2, then the Kundalini energy is wasted. Because a logical person extra logical person, or even generally logical person as well, tries to think too much. He tries to question each and everything which he comes across. He tries to question too much. He tries to reason too much. He tries to find scientific or analytical reason for each and every aspect. So here the Kundalini energy gets wasted. Even though the intelligence is active, intelligence is ongoing and predominant, it is more wasted. So it is always better that the Kundalini energy is more towards the creative and more towards the nourishing side, which is towards the north and which is towards the east as well. So why the Kundalini energy? Now we have seen the importance of creative side and the importance of the nourishment from the Kundalini energy for a breatharian. Now we will see what causes the Kundalini energy to leak, what makes the Kundalini energy to move towards the south. So this is an important thing which a breatharian or anybody should know. Actually, lack of awareness of the Kundalini energy is the main reason for the Kundalini energy for it to waste. Most people are not aware. We know that in a civilized society like today, we have lots of roles to play, like the role of a father, like the role of a mother, the role of an employee, boss, and many other roles. We are all behind money, we are all behind something. See, when I say that we are all behind money, I can say that I can consider that money to be one of the most unnatural, domineering forces controlling the humanity, controlling the civilized human culture, we can say. So earlier it was, for the primitive people, it was nature itself. There were unpredictable earthquake, there were attacks from the animals. So now we are in a very, very secured civilized place. We have created a secured civilized place where modern people are more worried about money compared to the natural calamities and natural forces. So we feel that money is the controlling force. Money has become the boss now. It is like a domineering force, but it's an unnatural domineering force. It's not a natural, it is not the way how the primitive people used to worry, or how the primitive people used to feel helplessness. So in this culture or the present era, we feel money and we feel enslaved to money. So the Mooladhara Chakra actually, the Kundalini energy in the Mooladhara Chakra actually likes freedom. It likes to be free. It doesn't like any force to control it. So when I say money or people or any kind of domineering forces trying to enslave the Mooladhara Chakra, it loses its wisdom. The Kundalini energy loses its wisdom and it tries to act like a frenzy elephant. It wants to get rid of the opponent. It tries to defeat its opponent, and in the process it actually creates a pit for itself to fall into sooner or later. That is the problem with the Kundalini energy, not with the Kundalini energy in the Mooladhara Chakra. So it loses its wisdom. So now the emotions which lead to the leakage of the Kundalini energy in the Mooladhara Chakra are jealousy, which we encounter in our day-to-day life, in our relationship with the father, mother, son, or boss at the workplace, with the money, especially with the money, and with our job, anything. So we feel jealous. So the emotion, the temperament and the emotion of jealousy leads to the leakage of Kundalini energy in the Mooladhara Chakra, and emotion of enslavement, being controlled by something or somebody. We cannot actually get rid of the things which control us completely. It is not possible, because that is only possible for a monk or a sannyasi who has totally renounced everything, who has totally walked into the path of hermitage and into the path of detachment, like Buddha. For them, the Kundalini energy is actually completely in control. it is advanced mastery. It is advanced mastery. But for the day-to-day people, everyday people who wants to become a successful breatharian, they should, who are not yet ready to give up the civilized corporate lifestyle, they should also know how not to make their Kundalini energy subject to leakage, and how to transmute the Kundalini energy from leakage to nourishing pathways. It should be actually nourishing the upper chakras and our creative side. It should not go towards the leakage side, that is towards the south. So these negative emotions like anger, frustration, jealousy, and feeling of enslavement, feeling of being controlled, and also trying to defeat the opponent in a sudden way, like a frenzy elephant, also leads to the leakage of Kundalini energy. That's why a breatharian or a person who is very much enlightened, or generally even for that matter a breatharian, will not react to the situations which put him under test, which puts him in test. He or she doesn't react to situations like provoking situations. They don't react immediately. Instead, they are generally calm, because they know that they should not let their Kundalini energy to be subject to leakage, because they know the importance. The negative emotions like anger, like trying to defeat the opponent, trying to get rid of the opponent quickly, will lead to the loss of Kundalini energy by being violent. If suppose if we are put in a situation which we don't like, then it's better to move away from the situation gently, instead of trying to argue, or instead of trying to be a rebellion. So instead of doing that, we actually move away from the situation. That's why breatharians are generally calm, and are generally less rebelling, are generally more peaceful and more cherishing, and more they are generally more peaceful and more charming compared to the others who react fastly. These people, such breatharians, react